For most of human history, intelligence was expensive. If you wanted to solve a difficult problem, you needed an expert. If you wanted to build a company, you needed people. If you wanted to analyze a market, you needed analysts. If you wanted to write software, you needed programmers. And if you wanted all of that at the same time, you needed an organization. But something fundamental is changing. For the first time, millions of people can access powerful forms of machine intelligence almost instantly. And the cost of accessing that intelligence is falling. So here's the question nobody should ignore. What happens to an economy when intelligence becomes cheap? Chapter 1. When intelligence was expensive. For centuries, economic growth depended not only on machines, but on human expertise. A lawyer spent years learning the law. An engineer spent years learning mathematics and physics. An accountant learned thousands of rules and procedures. A programmer spent years learning how to turn ideas into software. Knowledge took time. Expertise took time. And time had a price. That created an economic bottleneck. There were only so many experts, only so many hours in a day, only so many people capable of solving difficult problems. Then computers arrived. They made calculation cheap. The internet made information cheap. And now, artificial intelligence is beginning to make something else cheaper. Cognitive work. Not all intelligence, not perfect intelligence, but an increasing amount of useful reasoning, writing, coding, analysis, and content creation. And that changes the economics of work. Chapter 2. The Price of Intelligence. Imagine that a small business wants to enter a new market. 10 years ago, the owner might have needed a consultant, a market researcher, a copywriter, a designer, and perhaps a software developer. That could mean tens of thousands of dollars. Today, one person can use AI to perform parts of many of those tasks. That doesn't mean one person has suddenly become 5 experts. AI still makes mistakes. Human judgment is still necessary. But the economics have changed. The cost of producing a first draft, a market analysis, a piece of code, or a marketing campaign can be dramatically lower. And this is where the story gets interesting. Because when something becomes cheaper, people usually use more of it. Chapter 3. The Small Company Problem. For decades, large companies had a major advantage. They could afford specialists. A large company could have an entire legal department, an entire marketing department, an entire IT department, an entire research team. A small business couldn't. AI potentially changes that equation. Not by making small companies equal to giant corporations, but by giving small teams access to capabilities that used to require much larger organizations. This is already visible in the business world. McKinsey's 2025 research found that organizations are using generative AI across multiple business functions, including marketing and sales, product development, service operations, and software engineering. And the 2026 Stanford AI Index reports that 88% of surveyed organizations used AI in at least one business function in 2025. But there's an important catch. Using AI and actually creating economic value from AI are not the same thing. Chapter 4. Cheap intelligence doesn't mean free intelligence. This is where the AI story becomes much more complicated. AI may make certain tasks cheaper, but the technology itself isn't free. It requires chips, data centers, electricity, cooling, networking, engineers, and enormous amounts of capital. In fact, recent economic discussion around AI is increasingly shifting from simply asking, How smart is the model? How much useful intelligence can we get for every dollar we spend? That is a very different question, because the future of AI may not be determined by whoever has the smartest model. It may be determined by whoever can deliver useful intelligence most efficiently. Chapter 5. What happens to jobs? Now we reach the question everyone wants answered. Will AI take our jobs? The honest answer is, it's complicated. A job isn't one single task. A job is a collection of tasks. Some are repetitive, some require judgment, some require trust, some require responsibility, some require human interaction, and some can increasingly be assisted or automated by AI. Stanford's 2026 AI Index reports that productivity gains are strongest in structured, measurable work, including reported gains of roughly 14 to 15% in customer support, 26% in software development, and 50% in some marketing output studies. But the effects on employment are uneven. The same report notes that employment among U.S. software developers aged 22 to 25 has fallen nearly 20% from 2024, while older developers have not experienced the same decline. That doesn't prove that AI is eliminating an entire profession, but it does tell us something important. AI can change the value of different parts of a job, and that may be more important than simply asking whether a job disappears. Chapter 6. The New Scarcity. Here's the paradox. When intelligence becomes cheaper, human judgment may become more valuable. Think about it. If everyone can generate 10,000 ideas, the difficult question becomes, which idea is actually worth pursuing? If everyone can generate code, who knows what software should actually be built? If everyone can create content, who understands what people actually care about? If everyone can produce information, who can determine what is true? Cheap intelligence doesn't eliminate scarcity. It moves scarcity. The scarce resources may become attention, trust, taste, judgment, relationships, creativity, and the ability to make good decisions. Chapter 7. The biggest winner may not be A. There is another possibility. The biggest winner from cheap intelligence may not be the company that builds the AI. It may be the person who knows how to combine AI with something else. A business owner who understands customers. A programmer who understands a particular industry. A marketer who understands human psychology. An engineer who understands a physical product. A doctor who understands patients. A creator who understands storytelling. AI can amplify capability, but amplification works both ways. If you have good judgment, AI can make you dramatically more productive. If you have bad judgment, AI can help you make bad decisions faster. That's why the next economic advantage may not simply be who has AI. It may be who knows how to use AI better. Chapter 8. The Economy After Cheap Intelligence. Now imagine this trend continues. The cost of producing software falls. The cost of creating content falls. The cost of analyzing information falls. The cost of launching a business falls. The cost of experimentation falls. That could create something incredibly powerful. More people able to build things. A teenager with a laptop could potentially access tools that once required a company. A small business could operate with a much smaller team. An entrepreneur could test 10 ideas instead of one. And a single person could potentially manage a business that previously required an entire department. But there is another side. If everyone has access to similar tools, the advantage doesn't disappear. It moves. The competition becomes faster, markets become more crowded, and companies may demand more output from fewer people. So cheap intelligence could create both opportunity and pressure. Final. So, what happens when intelligence becomes cheap? We don't know exactly, but we can already see the direction. AI is making certain forms of cognitive work faster. Organizations are adopting it across more functions. Productivity gains are appearing in measurable tasks, and the labor market is beginning to show uneven effects. But this isn't simply a story about machines replacing humans. It's a story about the price of capability changing. For centuries, expertise was scarce. Now some forms of expertise are becoming increasingly accessible. And whenever the price of something falls dramatically, the economy around it changes. Businesses change, workers change, markets change, and eventually, society changes. The biggest question may not be, will AI replace us? It may be, what will humans do when intelligence is no longer the most expensive resource? Because when intelligence becomes cheap, something else becomes valuable. And discovering what that something else is may be the defining economic story of the next decade. This is the next ledger. AI, money, business, the future. The future of money and business is changing faster than ever. If you want to understand what's coming next, subscribe to the channel.